Testing, testing. One, two, three. Can anybody hear me? The docs menu on the menu bar. I'm using OBS. This is uh this is Video Game Manual Storytime in theory, late night edition, after dark, but I am not sure how this works. So some of this, no, in fact, all of this is for me to understand how does anything other than uh, Twitch stream, the Twitch streaming app. How does any of that work? Chat. Okay, I'm looking at docs. I'm looking at docs that I can look at in OBS. Welcome to the chat room. Users in chat. There's me. I'm in there. I don't know if anybody else is in there. Presumably not, because this is just to try some stuff out. Stream information. Let's take a look at stream information. What's it going to tell me? Stream information just says, okay, that's not interesting. None of this is going to be interesting for anybody checking it out. Twitch activity feed. How about the activity feed? Hmm? Let's find out what my activity feed tells me. It just tells me who has been following. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. But I don't know. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do because I don't can't see who is following. I can't see who is watching. I can't see any of that. I'm just going to go ahead and start reading a little bit. I wanted to see if I could set this up before the weekly Wednesday, before our weekly Wednesday call, our weekly sync on Wednesdays. And trying out new software because the Twitch what is it, the official Twitch streaming app got shut down because they said nobody uses it, except for the guy who reads video game manuals. So here we are. Anyway, I'll start reading in just a sec, but I'm gonna do a few tests. I don't think this stream is gonna go up on the VOD because it's not going to be an interesting one, I don't think, unless Dirty Harry or the other manual I might read is exciting. So I'm going to take a quick sip of this like lime water. Um, studio mode. Hold on. I'm going to do one more thing here. If anybody is watching, ooh, I can do a transition. Hold on. I'm going to have to do a transition. Uh, Filters. How do I make it happen? Gain. No, that's audio. Uh, I'm a scene to scene. Oh, I don't know how to do this. If I do this, if I do scroll and I say close, will it do it? Nope. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. I guess that's not what I'm going to be doing right now. Oh, you know what? Maybe can I check on the app? Can I check on the app? Twitch, twitch.com, twitch.app live. It says I'm live on here. Oh, this is kind of cool. I can go into the home. This is cool. Look at this. Look at this. You can go into the app itself and it'll show you some neat stuff on there. That's kind of cool. Stream manager. I don't know. One viewer. I got one viewer and 30 followers. I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, not much to do here tonight, so I'll just go ahead and start reading. If anybody is watching, if anybody does pop in, I'm going to make one request, which is to let me know whether or not you can hear me, whether or not, excuse me, whether or not there's any volume coming out of this microphone because I don't know. Again, I'm just trying to set it up. So um, I'll open this up too so I can double check. I mean, stream manager, chat. I can see the chat here now. Okay. Two viewers. Okay. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, then I'm going to be reading Dirty Harry on the Nintendo Entertainment System to myself. Um, I want to make a quick call out and a quick shout out to a wonderful video game store here in the Bay Area called The Experience Share. The Experience Share is based in Alameda, and Marvel, the fellow who runs it, is wonderful. Really built that place up into something super special, really great, mix of games, different eras, different genres, different price points, which is nice. You get some fancy stuff, but you also get some less fancy stuff. And he did me a huge solid and let me look at some of the manuals he had laying around, and I took home a few. So thank you to Marvel for your wonderful store. I'll call you out on Wednesday and whenever you're the best. So thank you. We've got Dirty Harry on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So here we go. Twitch Manager, Stream, Twitch Manager, Stream Manager. I'm looking on the app. Every time I look over here, it's because I can't see anything on this screen anymore. So bear with me. Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry. I am actually fascinated by Dirty Harry. I did not realize there was a Nintendo game for Dirty Harry. And after I learned about it, I watched some videos. And I would suggest you should watch some videos about Dirty Harry on the NES. With this one gets the official Nintendo seal of quality, okay, which we learned on the N64 era. Oh yeah, here you go. Entertainment value. Dirty Harry is this is a game from 1990, published I think by Mindscape Interactive or Incorporated, excuse me, and made by Gray Matter. All rights reserved. Music created by Steven Samler and Elliot Delman. Mindscape was located in Chatsworth, California. So you can make a Nintendo game in the day and go work in the porn industry at night. The Nintendo seal of quality is your assurance that the Nintendo, excuse me, has reviewed this product and that it has met our standards for excellence in workmanship, reliability, and entertainment value. Always look for this seal when buying games and accessories to ensure complete compatibility with your Nintendo Entertainment System. You would not want to go buy any sort of off-brand game, even if they're cool. As night fell on the glittering city of San Francisco, there's a lot of text here. Jack, I'm going to show you. There's a lot of text here. Jack Bailey reflected on his operations. Also known as the deal maker, Bailey, I'm trying to keep my voice down too because the kids are asleep and so is my wife. Bailey was currently the most successful kingpin in the Bay Area. The past year had he's a local legend. The past year had been a good one. He had plenty of merchandise. His distribution network was solid, and the cops were too understaffed to put much dent in his business. I don't think the politics are going to be great in this one. Things were plenty good as they were. There was no way he was going to play by the rules of that newcomer anaconda from Colo Colombiamba, Colo Colo Colombiambia. I don't actually know what that is, who had approached him earlier that week about forming an alliance. Everyone knew that the deal maker was the one who set the rules in the city. Bailey was mulling over his plans for the next day. Suddenly, excuse me, someone from behind slipped a velvet rope around his neck. The intruder tugged hard until Bailey, struggling futilely, finally slumped over the desk. Next to the body, on the hardwood floor, the intruder traced with chalk the S-shaped outline of a snake. The anaconda was in business. Hell yeah. This is cool. Is this what the movie was about? I saw the movie a long time ago, but I don't remember anything about it except for when at the end of the movie they take the school bus over to the old rock quarry in what is now Larkspur Landing, a very fancy mall in Larkspur Landing. And it was a rock quarry. And you get to see a cool Larkspur rock quarry. So if you're into uh, now and then Bay Area history, you should check out Dirty Harry. I was going to Harry Potter. Dirty Harry Potter. Um, Inspector Harry Callahan entered the police chief's office and listened to him jabber with somebody in personnel about new hiring procedures. Finally, the chief hung up the phone. Don't you ever knock, Callahan? I gotta do voices. Don't you ever knock, Callahan? Well, okay, what is it? The dealmaker murder. My sources say it wasn't just any ordinary drug slaying. I always talk about drug slayings. There's just an epidemic of drug slayings. You know that chalk mark next to the body? That wasn't graffiti from any established gang in this city. It was a picture of a snake. Get it? It's the anaconda. I don't care if it's the Loch Ness monster. Let the drug scum in this city do each other in. What does it matter? We don't have time to deal with it. Look, Chief, the anaconda's not just another drug dealer. He's got the worst reputation in Colombia, and now he's setting up shop here. He's got all the major drug gangs in the city behind him, and he's eliminating anyone who goes up against him. I'm telling you, Chief, this guy is trouble. And I'm telling you, Callahan, these guys are the same voice. I'm not doing different voices. I'm telling you, Callahan, I want you off this case. You make too much of a mess of things. I'll handle this my own way. And anyway, you've got a bunch of reporters waiting for interviews with you, and you know how much we need some good PR. Marvelous. But tell me, what do I do if the Anaconda or his men just happen to cross my path? That's not going to happen, Callahan, because as of right now, you're taking a 2 week vacation. It's cool. Is that how you get vacations in the police force? Oh, it keeps going. Scowling, Harry Callahan closed the door without saying goodbye. Outside and in his car, he thought, oh, outside and in his car, though, he allowed himself a bit of a dirty Harry smile. That's my dirty Harry smile. There was no doubt about it. He and the Anaconda were sure to meet soon. Go ahead, punk, he said softly. Make my day. And then the crowd cheers, erupts. 10 minutes, standing ovation. Mm, pretty good writing, pretty good stuff. The game. It tells us a little about the game. The Colombian drug kingpin known as the Anaconda has recruited all of San Francisco's drug gangs to help him establish and maintain a drug distribution center. As Dirty Harry Callahan, your mission is to defeat the gangs, destroy secret weapons and drug stashes, and locate and capture the Anaconda before he escapes. Level 1 is the streets. Dirty Harry starts out on the streets, a terrifying landscape of gangs in danger. This is just like watching KGO News. Streets are parallel and are connected by equally dangerous alleyways, all populated by savage gang members. By shooting down gang members, tiptoeing across rooftops and fire escapes, and climbing ladders and telephone poles, Harry can make his way into the buildings, which hide crates of needed supplies, as well as drugs and money. Pedestrians Pedestrians such as bag ladies, basketball players, bookies, bums, etc. may also be helpful. The sewers. Manholes in the streets provide an entrance to the elaborate and dangerous sewer system, which eventually leads to the Anaconda's waterfront drug depot. Level 2, the waterfront. The Anaconda's drug operations include a massive shipping and receiving facility where all drugs will enter the country. This area is obviously well protected by experienced gang leaders. The Anaconda was last seen in this area and should be hiding out somewhere nearby. Useful items, drugs, or cash may also be acquired by shooting or knocking out gang members in this area. I'm not here for the politics. Level 3 is Alcatraz. So he gets a little sightseeing in, which is nice. A little sightseeing for a dirty Harry Callahan. Alcatraz, an island in the San Francisco Bay, is a former prison for hardened criminals that is now functioning as a tourist attraction. The Rock has become a tourist attraction? Phew, I'm never doing that again. The Rock has become a tourist attraction? You are the man dog. The Anaconda has ensconced himself on this island, surrounded by a group of trained killers. To capture the Anaconda, Harry must navigate through rough terrain on the island, make his way past the elite bodyguards, scale the cliffs, avoid the deadly mines, paratroopers, and helicopters, and confront the Kingpin himself. But he must move fast because the pages are stuck together. Because if he is not careful, the Anaconda will try to make a getaway in his private helicopter. The victory conditions are if Harry can capture the Anaconda and defeat his gangs, his job will be done. He might even get a medal of commendation from the mayor, though maybe he shouldn't count on it. Oh, dirty Harry. You just do what you need to do. The button, oh my God. The way the manual details how to use the controller is pretty good. There are a lot of different ways you could do this. My finger's still painted from the other week. Aim and fire weapon, any direction with the A button, aim and fire weapon, or drop a plastic explosive. Get the inventory screen, which gives us a lot of different things. Useful items. The number of each useful item is currently in Harry's possession is listed. Use the arrow keys to select the desired item. A 44 Magnum, a harpoon gun, Law's missile launcher, a grappling gun, plastic explosive, chili dog to be used. This is so Did this happen? Did Dirty Harry use a missile launcher and a chili dog in the movie? If Harry is out of a selected item, he automatically will use his gun. Yeah, that sounds right. Crowbars, gas masks, flashlights, and bulletproof vests are used automatically when needed. Harry receives points for confiscating drug money and defeating enemies. Yeah, that sounds right. Harry has 5 lives. If all lives are lost, he must begin again at the streets. Lots of good stuff there. Chili dogs. Hold on. It gives us a little detail on each and every one of the useful items. These items may already be in Harry's possession at the start of the game, or may be found during the course of Harry's mission. The bullets. Harry packs a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and he uses lots of bullets. Did he just fire 6 shots or only 5? He can carry a maximum of 25 bullets at a time, and if he doesn't find more bullets somewhere, he'll run out. Yeah. Chili dogs. One of these tempting babies restores 50 health points, or 5 health bars as seen on the screen. One of these tempting babies restores 50 health points. One of these tempting babies. After you've had one of these tempting babies, you can pick up a crowbar, which can be used once each to open locked doors. Plastic explosives. Explosives can be used one time each to open safes. Bulletproof vests do what you would expect. Gas masks can be used multiple times indoors to avoid poison gas. Trash can lid. This will protect Harry temporarily from bricks and Molotov cocktails. Flashlight. Possession of a flashlight will help Harry see in darkened sewers. Uh, yep, the law's missile launcher and missiles provides ultimate force against tough enemies. The harpoon gun can be used against the deadliest of enemies. And you got a grappling hook. The enemies. You get enemies. Here's some of the enemies here. You get cool little art there. These fellas, these tough characters, these rough cookies are called the hooligans. You're going to need a lot of chili dogs, those tempting babies to restore your energy after you meet up with the hooligans. These gang members are violent, but poorly armed and poorly trained. Their favorite tactics include throwing Molotov cocktails and bricks from rooftops and attacking hand to hand with knives and chains. Gruff. The name of the guy's name is Gruff. The athletic leader of the hooligans, Gruff, attacks with hand grenades. Seems like if he's athletic, you feel like some hand-to-hand combat. That, who am I? Who am I to criticize Gruff? The Longcoats. These guys are cool. This gang is armed with pistols and is more aggressive than the hooligans. Longcoats drop nets to capture their enemies and also throw bricks and attack with knives, baseball bats, kicks, and punches. Striker. Striker, the long coat leader, attacks with a Winchester pump. The Toy Maker. The demented Toy Maker dwells in the sewers and protects the Kingpin's drug and weapon stash with dozens of tiny, remote control cars which might explode at any moment. Those are probably pretty annoying in the game. This madman is mighty clever and almost impossible to pass. Level 2, you got the dock workers. He's not a union guy. Dock workers are tough fighters and are armed with submachine guns. The powerboat. Dock workers with machine guns make crossing the waterfront very difficult. And the longshore. The dock worker boss is an agile fighter and is protected with bulletproof clothing. In addition to his wits, Harry will need something special to get past his aggressor. And then in level 3, you meet the mercenaries. These tough commandos have been hired by the Kingpin as a last resort to stop Harry. They fire heavy machine guns from concealed positions and can throw grenades and knives accurately. They're masters at hand to hand combat. They can also call in the helicopter gunship, which shoots down enemies from above. Paratroopers. These men are armed and dangerous once they land. They're armed and dangerous once they land. I think that's a hint. General Ripper. The mercenary commander is armed with a machine. Sorry, I got verklempt talking about General Ripper. General Ripper, the mercenary commander, is armed with a massive assault rifle and doesn't stand still for very long. He probably can't be defeated with ordinary bullets. Other dangers: falling. Uh, falling from buildings or high wires will injure Harry. Falling into the icy waters of the San Francisco Bay or sewer pools will drown Harry. Yeah, that's fair. Live wires. Electrocute Harry, anacondas, these slow moving but deadly snakes, are the Kingpin's personal favorite. They guard stashes of drugs and money. Laser security systems, avoid the lasers or else. And sharpshooters, these assassins may launch a surprise attack anywhere and at any time. Guard, big, burly guard watches over one of the rooms inside of a building. Poison gas can be deadly if Harry isn't wearing a gas mask. Giant rats. These nightmarish creatures infest the sewers and can inflict quite painful bites. Killer cockroaches. These monster cockroaches live in damp places. They're impossible to eliminate. Explosive cars. They blow up. Toxic waste. Falling rocks. Alcatraz is a primitive island and may have dangerous falling rocks that should be avoided. It's a, it's a primitive island. Watch out for further adventures with Harry Callahan, is what it says at the end. And then you get a picture of, I'm presuming, the Kingpin. Part of me wonders if this was a intended as like a Spider-Man game or something at some point, or some sort of superhero game. Who's the blind one? I don't know. Whatever. It feels like it might be one of those. There's a limited warranty. I think we're past it. The workmanship is only supported up to 90 days after the date of purchase. Although since I just bought this manual 3 days ago, 2 days ago, I should still be good. Anyway, if you have any issues, please message Mindscape at 19808 Nordhoff Place in Chatsworth, California 91311, or call 818-885-9000. Again, that's 818-885-9000. Well, some notes, some area for notes in the back. That was Dirty Harry. I kind of liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoyed Dirty Harry. I'm going to keep saying Harry Potter because I'm reading. Unfortunately, we're reading Harry Potter to the kids. I'm not proud of the J.K. Rowling aspect of it, but the kids are really into the books, and now I'm reading a I'm reading a cooler Harry here than I am in bedtime. So that was Dirty Harry by Mindscape. Buy it. Find it at your local. What game stores did we have back then? Electronics boutique. Find it at your local mall kiosk. Um, Go to Northgate Mall in Terra Linda, California, and find it at the kiosk next to the Orange Julius and across from the Walden Books. And you'll be able to find a copy of Dirty Harry. If they don't have it there, the KB Toys across the way from the little Trolls shop, you can go there as well. So that's a place to go. I'm sort of thinking maybe I'll just do one more real quick. It's a very casual, relaxing evening. I'm kind of enjoying this. And I don't got anywhere to go. I should probably go to bed, but other than that, so maybe I'll just do a quick read. I don't know what's in here, but since we are on the topic of hard-boiled crime fighters, I figured we should read another story about some people out to stop crime. 50 Cent Blood on the Sand is a documentary video game about going on tour with 50 Cent and his friends, and it's very good. It's a very good game. So if you haven't played 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, I strongly suggest doing so. This is one of those Xbox 360 games that has gotten like a little bit expensive. I'm not totally sure. I mean, it's great, so that's why, but I'm not totally sure why it's jumped up in price recently, but it did. I don't think it's ever been cheap. I got it used for $45, like back in the day. Like this is not a game that has ever, I think, been cheap. It's fantastic. It's a great game. I don't know if it's problematic. It probably is, but the gameplay itself is really wonderful as my memory of it. So I figured I'd take a quick look. It says on the back, there's some back of the box excitement over here. There are a lot of logos at the bottom. Shady Records, Aftermath, G Unit, Interscape Records, Interscope Records, Interscape, Intertrode. It's rated mature, 17 plus for blood, drug references, intense violence, strong language, and suggested themes. There sure are those in this game. Their world, his rules. Play as 50 Cent, the world's biggest hip hop star, and this fast paced action shooter. You and the G Unit will battle across two countries to collect your payday and extract your revenge on those who have crossed you. a guy, somebody steals a diamond encrusted skull. Um, that 50, if I remember correctly, received as payment for a concert. So you can't steal his skull. Fast-paced action shooter. There's bullets. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the bullets. There's bullets. Fast-paced action shooter with arcade-style point system. Brawler-style combat with brutal melee counter kills. Co-op online multiplayer with the G Unit. Upgrade your arsenal with over 20 realistic weapons. 40 plus tracks and 9 classic music videos featuring Fitty, in quotes, Fitty, and G Unit. So if you're interested, you could go to www.thisis50.com or bloodonthesand.com. So that's what we got here. Some good times. I'm gonna check it out. I will say, now that the Xbox 360 is a little bit in the past, there's a period of time after a console is sort of like old news where it feels kind of cheap, nothing too exciting about it. But now that we're getting into the era of looking back on the 360 as a cool thing, it really was a cool system. I have come to really appreciate the quality of the print on the discs themselves. It's very kind of it's like a it's like a matte finish to it that feels really good. But more than that, the it's hard to sort of see there. I love the little the sort of 3D look of the Xbox logos inside of the interior ring. I think that's pretty cool. It says Xbox 360, just in case you weren't sure. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. This disc is a little bit yucky. I should probably clean this disc. But not today because I'm going to read the manual for 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. The one problem with the 360 era, um, in the PlayStation and Wii is that this was where you start to really get a lot of manuals that could be better and don't have a lot in them. They're really thin. This one itself is not that thick. So I don't actually know what's in here, but I'm hoping for at least a little bit of color, a little story, a little flavor text, and if not, maybe a character bio or two. So we'll see what we got. We get the controller layout. We got Xbox Live. We can learn a little bit about Xbox Live potentially. Play play anyone and everyone anytime anywhere on Xbox Live. Build your profile, chat with your friends, download content at Xbox Live Marketplace, send and receive voice and video messages. Careful. Get connected and join the revolution. I feel like I said that before. There are easy and flexible tools enabling parents and caregivers to decide which games young players can access based on the content rating. You should let them access 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. You got the main menu, you've got the new game. There's not a lot of story here, folks. I'm disappointed in this. We do get, however, oh, we get a little story. It starts with character bios. This is kind of exciting. On this screen, you are allowed to select the following G Unit members. Your G Unit member will help with combat as well as help you overcome environmental obstacles like opening a heavy door or helping you get to higher ground. The multiplayer in this game was so good. You got Tony Yayo, who was born and raised in Jamaica, Queens. His favorite rapper is Notorious B.I.G. His favorite album is Ready to Die. What don't you like to do? Not working. So he likes to work. What do you like to do? Make music. Yeah. Favorite place? Hawaii. Tony Yayo is correct. Hawaii is fantastic. Who do you look up to? God. Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Filthy rich. The greatest accomplishment? First album selling gold, and I was in house arrest. Then you've got Lloyd Banks, who's from Maryland and raised in Southside Jamaica, Queens. He's also a fan of the Notorious B.I.G., and his favorite album is Life After Death by the Notorious B.I.G. What don't you like to do? Pretend. What do you like to do? Make music. Who do you look up to? God. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? A legend. Greatest accomplishment? First week sales for my first album, Hunger for More. It's not as good as Tony Yayo, who did it under house arrest. Sorry, Lloyd Banks. And then we got DJ Wookid, who's from Brooklyn, raised in Queens. His favorite rapper is 50 Cent. You're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. His favorite album is Get Rich or Die Trying, and I don't think that that's true. Um, I don't think that's true with the benefit of time. I don't think that's true. I don't think anybody's favorite album is Get Rich or Die Trying. What don't you like to do? Waking up in the morning? Yeah. Okay. What do you like to do? Pizzle, I don't know what that means. Favorite place, Thailand. Who do you look up to? Obama. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? In Haiti, broke. Greatest accomplishment, meeting Nelson Mandela. I like DJ Wu Kid. You got the pause menu that tells you a little bit, and then for some reason it's at this point in the manual you get the story. It's brief. 50 Cent just played to a sold out crowd for a guaranteed $10 million cash. But when he goes to collect, the money's been stolen. The promoter offered, I gotta, sorry, I'm thirsty reading this. The promoter offers 50 Cent and G Unit something more valuable than money, a diamond encrusted skull. However, on their way back to the airport, the convoy was ambushed and the skull was taken. 50 Cent and G Unit go on a rampage to recover their prized diamond encrusted skull. Become 50 Cent and go up against a murderous, double dealing, bloody cast of criminals, the sleazy concert promoter, the vengeful strip club owner, the shadowy arms dealer, the ruthless drug lord, the cruel henchwoman, and the dark, death dealing organ harvester. I don't remember that. There's a lot of bad guys you're going up against. Jesus Christ. Um, you get, some you get your grenades, indicate which types of grenades you currently have selected. Your aiming crosshair marks the area where 50 Cent will shoot. Points. There's a great point system. This game is so good. Genuinely, the game is so much fun. There's a music player. We can listen to tracks from, yep, from G Unit, from Shady Records, from Interscope Records. Um, and there you go. And then there's a 50 Cent album, studio album, and movie coming soon called Before I Self Destruct. So if you are looking for something to listen to and watch, Before I Self Destruct by 50 Cent is available, presumably now. So that was 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. Just a little digestif to our Dirty Harry main course tonight. But I enjoyed both of those a fair sight, and I hope that you did too, if anybody's there. I am going to, excuse me, I'm gonna burp is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go ahead and probably just should I call it quits? I don't know. Should I call it quits? I'm kind of in a really relaxed state right now. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. I'm gonna call it quits, and I'm gonna maybe play some Prince of Persia. If you haven't played it, the Prince of Persia, um, the Lost Crown, I think is what it is. The Metroidvania one is very good. Is very good. It's like extremely good. So I'm gonna go play some of that and then fall asleep too late and then be feeling real bad tomorrow morning. Which will be good because it's an extremely busy week and I have a lot of pretty critical responsibilities to take care of this week. So that's good. It's a good call. So that's what I'll do. And in the meantime, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. As I got this OBS thing up and running to figure it out, I appreciate it. Hope everybody has a great week. And if you're around on Wednesday morning, I'll do that. Probably my last stream at that time for the summer. I might have to shift it around because the kids have camp that starts later in the day. So I won't be able to start at 8:40 in the morning on Wednesdays. I don't know what I'm going to do. I genuinely don't. But that's not a very interesting problem to have to deal with. So thanks for hanging out and have a great night. Stop streaming. Sorry if I messed this up. Oh, thanks, Elpest89. Have a good one. Appreciate you coming through. Bye bye.